So in this part of the session, we will be focusing on the second step. The second step involves the preparation of funds from operation or calculation of funds from operation. One important aspect that you have to remember is this is the second step that we follow as a part of the overall preparation of fund flow statement. So we saw that if you have to prepare fund flow statement, there are three steps that you have to carry out. Schedule showing changes in working capital, adjusted profit and loss account, statement of sources and application of funds. So these are the three steps that we have to carry out. Now what we are going to do is we are going to be learning an exclusive statement on the preparation of funds from operation. Now, why are we preparing or why are we trying to identify funds from operations? With the preparation of funds from operations, we are trying to identify how much is the funds that is generated by the business. Okay, so for the business as a whole, the business as collectively, how much of money has the business generated? Now, why is it crucial for us to know this statement? The reason why it is important for us to know is the funds that you're generating as a part of your business activity, it is an important source of fund. So remember earlier we had discussed the bifurcation between cash and fund. Here we are talking about fund. Okay, we are talking about fund. So here we are talking about fund, and the reason why we are talking about fund is because it is an important internal source of fund. Okay, it is an important internal source of fund. Now, for us to go about with the preparation of funds from operations, there are two methods which are available to compute this. There are two methods, of which we will be going with the method which involves the preparation of the adjusted profit and loss account. So just to give you a nutshell about what is meant by adjusted profit and loss account. We already know that profit and loss account is a statement that gets prepared in order to calculate your net profit. Profit and loss account is prepared as a part of your final accounts, and here you're preparing your profit and loss account in order to determine the net profit. So in order to determine the net profit, what we are basically doing is we are taking into consideration the indirect expenses, indirect incomes. Based on that, we are deriving the funds, we are deriving the net profit. So net profit will help us to understand the profit position of the firm. Okay, so that will help us to understand the profit position of the firm. Now, what we would be preparing as a part of the fund flow statement is a statement which is called as adjusted profit and loss account. Why do we prepare adjusted profit and loss account? We prepare adjusted profit and loss account because here what is happening is we are following the reverse. We are going about with the preparation of adjusted profit and loss account in the reverse way, in the reverse manner. So what we would be doing, or what will happen in adjusted profit and loss account is we will be given the net profit. To the net profit, we will have to add back all your indirect expenses. We will have to subtract out all your indirect incomes so that we could calculate or we could compute how much is the fund from operation. So here we are more or less performing a reverse functionality of the preparation of the profit and loss account. Okay, so with that, we have just covered the theory. Now what we should be knowing is we should be knowing how to go about with the format for the preparation of adjusted profit and loss account. So I have shared the format on the screen here for you. I request all of you to just quickly look through the format. Now there are a couple of important sections in the adjusted profit. What I've shared over here on the screen is the comprehensive format. So what I've shared on the screen here is the comprehensive format. So you will be starting off with the net profit. Okay, the net profit gets given to you. So this will be your opening balance. To this, you have to add back all your operating, you have to add back all your indirect expenses. And then indirect expenses can be your non-operating expenses. It can be your appropriations, and then you will also have to subtract the indirect incomes, and the balancing figure would be the difference between the two. Okay, the balancing figure would be the difference between the two. Now it could be quite possible that the balancing figure would fall on the debit side or the credit side. So if the balancing figure were to fall on the debit side, it is funds from operations. Okay, it is funds from operations. If the balancing figure were to fall on the credit side, it would be funds lost in operations. Okay, it will be funds lost in operations. So that is so this is what it is. Just give me a quick minute over here. Okay, so I've shared the format of the adjusted profit and loss account with all of you. I request all of you to quickly make a note of the format and load this format so that you should be able to prepare the second step.